Welcome to Full Bloom, the award-winning show that celebrates life. Here's your host, Zita Christian.
Hi everyone, welcome to Full Bloom. I'm Zita Christian. Tonight we're going to be talking about the basics of skincare, and I have an expert with me. I know her well. She's my daughter, Laurie Neronha. She has been a full-time esthetician for 12 years and an herbalist for more than 20 years. She combines both of those skills and those bodies of knowledge in her business, Viriditas, in Providence. And just recently, she was named by Rhode Island Magazine as Best Holistic Skincare in Rhode Island. She has a lot to tell us tonight on the basics of skincare. So Laurie, welcome. I'm glad you could come tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, now I do want to talk about this magazine award that you received, Best Holistic Skincare in Rhode Island. That's quite an honor.
It was very wonderful, and I was very pleased and very surprised as well.
Okay, I'm curious. Well, personally I know, but I know I have viewers in the audience who are curious. What do you think the magazine meant when they named you Best Holistic Skincare? Not just regular skincare, but holistic skincare.
Well, I don't always know what they're thinking directly, but I'm glad they chose me. But in general, people, when they think of holistic skincare, they think of taking a very well-rounded approach, both complementary and alternative approaches to healthy skin.
And in that overall approach, that well-rounded approach, that complementary approach, you use some things that I know some other estheticians, most other estheticians, do not. And we have a sampling, and trust me when I tell you, because I've been to Viriditas many, many times. I have an advantage there. But there are many, many more things in that realm of alternative a practice that Laurie uses, and she brought a few of those with her tonight. So let's just take a quick look down here at what's on the table. Starting over there near you, you have what looks like, well, first some stones. What are the stones for?
These stones are for the Sacred Stone Therapy, and these are river stones, and they're, excuse me, they're warmed up, and then they're placed on the body in certain points. These big ones are placed underneath the shoulder blades, right at the top, to help relax the muscles. You know, when you're looking at the whole body in terms of relaxation and the muscles on the face, so many of the lines that we receive are from muscular contraction. And a lot of times it's because we're very stressed and we're very tight.
Yes, like that.
Like this.
Okay.
And many people hold that stress right here. Well, this tension follows from the back of the head down to the base of the occiput and then into the shoulder area. So if you can help someone relax their shoulders, all of this relaxes as well, and then therefore the muscles and the fine lines across the forehead relax. So besides the fact that they feel really good.
They feel really good, yes. Now, right next to the stones, you have a beautiful brass bowl and what looks like some kind of a hammer of sorts.
This is a Tibetan singing bowl. Excuse me. And this uses sound therapy to help relax the body. And some people believe it also helps to align the chakras and balance all the energy centers of the body. You can maybe hear it a little bit.
Okay, just a little.
In general, when you're playing it, you continue to play it, but it's very, very loud. It's quite lovely. It's very soothing, very relaxing. Again, all things that are very important for overall skin health, because the skin reflects the health and the well-being of the body.
Okay. Now, there's a large blue bottle there next to it. What's the blue bottle?
This is a flower water or a hydrosol. This is actually what's left over from the making of essential oils, steam distillation. In other words, when you take a mass of fresh plant material, you put it into a pot, and you put water underneath it, and it steams. Well, the steam travels up, goes over into a condenser, and the oil floats on the surface. But with it comes the water, the steam itself, and that's the water that's left over. That's called a flower water or a hydrosol. And the hydrosols are also, they're potent just like essential oils are, but they're not as intense, and there's less excuse me, there's less chance of irritation or sensitivity.
All right, now in front of that blue bottle, 3 small bottles, and those are
These are flower essences, which are vibrational remedies. And flower essences are extremely effective, very, very gentle, but they're very, very subtle as well. They're vibrational remedies. And basically what that means is they work intensely on the emotional body. When you're talking about healing and overall healing and complementary therapies, it's not just what you put on the face, what you put on the outside, it's what's coming from the inside. If you're experiencing grief or sadness, or as most people are, some form of stress, flower essences can help you move through that. They're not a panacea, they won't make it all go away, but they help you adapt to it in a very gentle, very natural way.
Okay, give me an example. Suppose someone is under a lot of stress. What sort of flower essence might you use?
Well, it would depend the kind of stress that they're having.
Oh.
Like where's the stress coming from? Is it coming from outside of them, from their environment? Is it coming from inside? For example, one of the flower essences that I have here is called agrimony. And excuse me, agrimony is particularly good for people who walk around and think, oh, everything's fine, but really inside they're just torn up. They're falling apart, they're very sad, they're emotional. But agrimony can help them express what's really going on.
So it's not that it takes it away,
No.
it just helps to...
It doesn't take it away. It helps
Okay.
it helps you adjust to it in a different way. It helps you if you need to bring it out, if you need to say something. Oftentimes where we really need to say something, we hold it in. When we know what happens, you get sick to your stomach, you get a sore throat,
Right.
things like that can happen. Well, that will allow you to be more comfortable, allow you to find it within yourself. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say it. Or in the case of agrimony, you know what? I'm just going to tell that person this is how I'm really feeling. Or when someone says, well, how are you feeling today? And you're really miserable and you're always saying, oh, I'm fine, everything's great, everything's peachy.
Yeah.
Then maybe you can find that one person that you're comfortable with to finally say, you know what? I'm having some troubles.
And need a listening ear.
And I need a listening ear, and the flower essences can help you do that.
So do they smell pretty?
They have no smell whatsoever. In
No
fact,
smell.
No smell. Flower essences are very different from essential oils. Flower essences are, they're actually flowers. The vibration is extracted with sunlight or moonlight, which I know sounds a little woo-woo. We'll talk about that another time.
Yes.
And then it's just preserved with a little bit of brandy. So it's primarily spring water with a tiny bit of brandy, but within it inherently is an essence, a vibration.
A
which is
vibration of a flower.
Yes, it's the same thing as the sound. Sound is a vibration.
Okay, then we have the magazine, and then just to the side of the magazine are 3 bottles, blue bottles, white lids. These, I recognize these. These are essential oils. I know
Essential
those.
oils. Now, essential oils are very, very chemically active. They are a complete blend. They're just a bouquet of different chemicals, if you will. They are intensely fragrant. They can be extremely sensitizing. They can also be extremely healing and very soothing, depending on the chemical mix of them. You know, when people say, oh, I love the smell of roses, I love the smell of lavender, that's what's in the bottle. It's the smell. It's actually the chemical components that are light enough to travel over with the steam.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, now I should also say that, you know, in my bathroom at home, I have lots of flower essences, lots of essential oils. No singing bowl yet. I must work on that. But and I love these things, and I find they work beautifully. Not harsh, and not necessarily immediate, although some are, but certainly they are effective. Now you also have some cards here. And I happen to know from having been at Viriditas many times that you have many different decks of cards, and these are an oracle deck of angel cards. So what's the purpose of having the angel cards here?
Well, in my practice, my goal is to help people find balance in body, mind, and spirit. And I'm not going to profess that I'm any kind of spiritual counselor or anything like that, but what I do find is sometimes we all need a little reassurance that there's more to our lives, that we're not alone, and maybe a little guidance. And sometimes just picking a card can just bring a little smile to your face. And in this case, the angel cards are very gentle. Most people are comfortable with angels. Most people can relate to angels. They're familiar with archangels. And just choosing a card can just bring a little peace.